Yo, Banks is just really going at it in the
background.
Wow. All right. So if you're new to the show, we're very problematic. We say our jokes may be too far. It's definitely for the 18 and up.
Yo, Banks
so
was doing it for the views.
If you got kids around you, probably maybe not the show to see Uncle Frank. You know what I mean? So for now, we are keeping it rosy while Banksy, aka Mr. Dog, is in the back humping his squirrel.
You're listening to Keeping It Rosy with Frank Rose and friends.
Thank you, Mr. Refrigerator, for letting us start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Frank Rose. This is episode 42 of Keeping It Rosy. I'm your host, Frank Rose. On to my side, we have Marcella, as she's taking a sip.
Hey, yo.
How are you, Marz?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good now that you're here.
Oh, thank you. Wow, we're just so kind today. I love it.
For now. And of course, I can't do this without my partner, Mr. Johnny Hugo, a.k.a. Broken Gumball Machine. Say what's up.
What's up, everyone? It feels good to be back. I think this is my first pod of the new year.
New season.
New season.
New season. We're calling this unofficially Season 3.
Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's episode 42, so this is our Jackie Robison.
Ooh. How long you had that in your pocket?
5 seconds when you said this is episode 42.
Dang. You got skills, bro.
It's the stuff I can't say on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the stuff. It's the stuff. We'll throw them out real quick. Our sponsors, Tree Life Healing Center. Shout out to Dr. B for making sure things are medicinal. Shout outs to Deconstructed Drinks and Cocktail Pantry Search. That's how we are toasting tonight. Also, planyourweddinglikeaboss.com. If you need to plan your wedding, go there, download the thing. You know what I'm saying? Runway Events, why not? Because they do the dopest events. And I am frankrose.com. That's me. I am Frank Rose. Go to keepingitrosy.com, get a shirt, get a hoodie. Look at me. I'm so professional. Click and subscribe. Like,
smash that subscribe button.
Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Yeah. All right. So this episode's kind of interesting. I just got back from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
And my partner's over here to my left and right. They feeling some type of way. They feeling like I cheated on them. I didn't mean to.
I mean, did you even think of us while you were there?
All we ask is for openness and honesty in this relationship.
Yeah. Is that too much to ask?
What if I was thinking about you during the whole trip?
Oh. Well, you should have thought about us before. Maybe it wouldn't have happened.
Wait, this makes me... Okay, I have a really interesting tidbit about that. So...
Let's go.
I was some woman talking, I think I saw it on TikTok anyways. And she was talking about how in her freshman year psychology class, the professor asked a question and he was like, all right, show me a hand. It's you all just got cheated on, but which option would you prefer, A or B? And it was A, you only slept with that, your partner only slept with that person once, and then never talked to them again, never cared about it again, and that was it. Or B, they never physically cheated on you, but very emotionally so cheated on you, and you and it was very much ongoing. And so show of hands, and then
so
she was
B, there was no sex on B?
Correct, no sex on B. And then so she was okay, well obviously everyone's gonna pick the first option, right? Just have sex with them and move on. And then she's at the end of the day, what happened was females raised their hand for only have sex and then never talk about with them again, versus all the males raised their hand for option B, which was emotionally cheap but no sex, which is a weird dominance thing. No, she is mine. So I thought that was interesting.
So the guys were okay with the idea if she sexually or had sex once.
No, the girls were okay with that.
Oh, the girls were okay.
The guys don't want anybody else.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah, because when I was hearing it, I was definitely the first option. The fact that anyone would even think about this second option.
He was drunk. He was dumb.
Yeah,
he only did it once. He never did it again. Never called her back.
Yeah, and he loves me.
I
would go with option A.
Yeah.
Option B.
Frankie's
Option B would crush me.
Honestly, that's tough because like I hate both options.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
And the Libra in me won't make a decision.
That's like, would you chop off your hand or your foot? Like,
I just, just take me, Lord. Exactly. Just take me, Lord.
I'm ready to go.
No, dang, if I had to choose.
Yo, Marz, we can't start here. Like,
sorry,
damn.
But you were saying that, and I just thought that was such a...
We're just ripping it
sorry.
this episode. We're just, Jackie Robison.
It's just been in my mind, and I just, like, as males, I
so,
wanted to hear your opinions.
Your answer was...
Definitely the first option where, like, I would rather my partner have sex with somebody and just not, like, think about it. Just, that was it. It was a one-time thing, like... Done.
Yeah.
Do you know why I would go with option A?
Tell me.
Because I'm a sensei.
Oh, I was already going to make that joke. I'm like, Hugo's sensitive. Like,
Hugo's sensitive.
Like, if option B happened, I would be crying right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think...
just thinking about it.
You're right. I think it has to be option A. Because option B, like, yo, that stings. That you invested in a relationship with someone.
You're like continually thinking about it. Like you think about it and you still keep doing it.
Yeah. There's a love. There's a vibe. There's an intimacy. There's an intimacy that's like, yo, that was supposed to be our thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny because at first you would think like sex is the intimacy, but 2021, there's a way to separate, your emotions and do the act physically.
Yeah.
It's not popular by most, I would say, ladies.
No, I would disagree, but apparently that's also an unpopular opinion.
It's an unpopular opinion. Yes, we can agree that's an unpopular opinion.
Well, anybody can like have sex just to get off, but like that emotional connection it's hard to come by.
That's why people always say like it's different, like having sex with just anyone versus having sex with someone you love, right? It's
having
so different.
sex and love is a vibe.
It's the best vibe. It's the only vibe.
It's the only vibe.
This is the way. This is the way.
It's like, yo, we just like did something amazing, and then we're gonna like eat ice pops after this. Play Mario Kart,
or we eat ice pops and still do something amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring the ice pops.
Wow, this drink is making me so warm. Wow.
Because it's kind of chilly outside.
It is a little chilly
it feels
outside.
Great outside. I was hanging on the Sky Lounge.
Yeah, you were.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Being really sensitive and shit.
Yeah, I let the breeze blow over my ankles because I'm wearing joggers.
Yeah, I'm a good boss because I was like, I care about your mental health. Here's the keys. Go upstairs and
he did it like a boss too.
He
was like, all right, well, I'll just be back in 15. All right, here's the file.
Yep, just be back in 15, brother. Go up there, meditate, headspace, do what you got to do, and then come back and share your wisdom.
I didn't get any per diem or anything, but that's fine. It was a short trip.
I feed you in other ways.
Wait, I did have
chicken.
Nice. I did have a second thought for you guys.
Ooh,
you ready? So I was like, I'll save it for the pod. But this week, have you ever heard of that show called The Good Place?
Yes.
So I finally...
You mean the best show on television ever made?
So I finally finished it because, like Netflix like puts things sequentially and like it's been over for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know the premise of the show?
Yeah, I watched like the first season or two.
Yeah.
And then I fell off and I want to go back and I feel like I'm going to start over again.
So for people listening, the whole point of the show is like when you die, you go to heaven or hell or whatever. So they call it the good place, the bad place. The main characters go to the bad place. They think it's the good place. Anyways.
Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I got that part. It was like, oh, plot twist. Plot twist.
But through the mid of the show, they realized that like people had never made it to the good place in years, right? That like it was this impossible goal to achieve. And so the whole point of the show is changing the entire dynamic of like what makes you a good person, bad person. And then the last season, which is like the part that I never watched and finally caught up on this week, was that they went to
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry. So they finally make it to the good place. Like they've redeemed themselves through like the system that they made up. And then they get there and they realize that everyone's miserable. Like they imagine like getting to heaven and everyone's like I fucking hate my life. And the whole point of it was that too much of a good thing is never a good thing.
Oh.
And so, and I've always thought this, the concept of eternity has always just fucked me up mentally. But
I've had many like night terrors about it. And it's always
forever.
like, for some reason in my, like, whenever I dream about eternity, there's always like a never-ending spiral staircase. Like, that's always pops up.
They call it the Beer-Me or something like that. That's the ending spiral. Yeah, really? I can't remember. Yeah.
All right, I need to watch it. I need to finish it.
But, so how they fixed it was that they said, okay, like, you're in heaven and you can get whatever. The whole point of the good place is that you can have whatever you want whenever you want.
Yeah.
And so they said, okay, like sometimes what makes something a good thing is knowing that there's an end to that good thing.
Yeah.
And so like whenever you choose, you can have the end of your existence. Like you can be like, I've had enough. And that's when finally people like were happy. It was like, okay, like I'm gonna do whatever I want, but like when my soul is at peace, like then we're done.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So and then like you just disappear
So,
or dissolve?
They
or?
made it this like really beautiful thing where you like they put
go
like an
through a
arch.
doorway.
Yes, they put an
in the
archway
woods.
in the woods. It was peaceful, and it's like whenever you like made peace with yourself, your soul, whatever, like you can finally walk through, and like that's the end of your whole existence, every fiber of your being, whatever. And I was like having an existential crisis after that show, and I haven't been able to
that's
stop
why I
thinking about
stopped watching it, because like just keep it 100, like death was at my door.
Yeah.
And so like Becca liked some of those actors, like what's the blonde's name? Kristen Bell.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, I can't watch this right now.
Yeah.
Like during the time.
for
And
sure.
I was like, all right, I get it. Yeah, this is like triggering.
See, but the thing is, I always thought people thought the way that I did, almost like that the thought of eternity was scary. And then I asked Martin, I was like, oh, like, what about this show? Like, what would you think? He's like, fuck no, that's terrifying. Like, the end of my existence being like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Weird.
The weirdest thing about eternity is like, so we're conditioned to view things in time, so like days,
Right.
weeks, months, year.
Yeah.
And so 24 hours, you know, you wake up, the sun rises, the sun sets.
Mhm.
So whenever I think of like eternity, and especially if it's like the good place, heaven, in my head it's just always like a daytime party that never ends. But it's like, I hope it's not like that, because I don't get to see the sun rise and I don't get to see the sunset. I don't get seasons. Like I don't get to experience a change. And so I don't know how it's going to be, but in my head, it's like this endless utopia.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I might get bored of it. Like,
Right.
Which that goes back to the
Yeah,
premise
yeah.
that too much of a good thing is bad, or you'll get bored.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough. I like to think of it like being on vacation and never have to like come back home.
Are you trying to tell us something? Wow, was that a shot?
Yeah.
No,
he's thinking
that's-
about Jamaica
He's thinking about,
again.
He's thinking about, we don't say her name. He's thinking about Jay.
That's how we got into the cheating topic. I was like, how did we get there? Oh, it's because you guys feel like I cheated on y'all with Jamaica.
You know how we got here.
Don't pretend.
In fact, we would have been happy with option A.
If I just went to Jamaica one time, never called it back, and
Yeah.
never went back.
You kept sending
But you
pictures.
flaunted that
Yeah.
shit. You were emotionally invested.
Look, I'm in the good place.
Yo, it did look like the good place. I'm not gonna lie, it did
I
look like
did.
a good place.
But honestly, I'm glad you got to experience that. It looked like you had a really healing time.
Yo, it was definitely good for my soul. I'm glad that I didn't turn down the opportunity. You know, it was definitely, at first it felt like too soon.
Yeah.
Like, you know, dude, like your wife just passed, and like a month later, a little bit over a month, you're gonna go to Jamaica because your boy has a DJ gig. Shout outs to Xavier Black. He was on the previous pod. And but it was an opportunity. He was like, bro, like, I got you. There's an extra bed in our villa. You know, I don't know if it will help. Maybe it'll help. And yeah, dude, I woke up early, not on purpose before everyone, but it came natural. And then the sunlight. And I'm that dude that goes on vacation. Yo, and Becca used to hate this. Oh man, she hated this. So I would wake
forever.
up early, like on our vacation, like if we were on a cruise,
Really?
or if we're on like at a all inclusive resort. I'm like, it's like 6:30 and the sun is out, and I'm like, carpe diem.
Ugh, I do the same thing. It's so
Let's
annoying.
go. Let's see.
Wait, so that was your role, and not Becca? Seems like she'd be the one that
opposite,
would be.
yeah.
She's the opposite, because think about it. She's on vacation
You're
for
right.
her job. For her career,
Mm.
she has to build schedules, be on schedule, you know, do things on time. Everything is like in order. So what's the opposite of that? To relax
She wants to
is
turn it off.
she wants to turn it off, wake up when her body wakes up. And I'm waking up when my body wakes up. I'm not putting an alarm. I'm not
Yeah.
that guy. I'm like, no. And then we have the itinerary, and we're going to do everything. We're going to do a water rafting or
Water rafting. Can you
I
imagine
know.
Frankie
Water
water rafting?
water rafting. Hey, look at me. Anything athletic is hilarious. We can ask our new intern, Anheuser Kush, aka Annie K, aka was it Annie? Are you okay? Aka Annie got a gun.
Annie, are you okay?
Aka Baby Kush. There it is.
Baby Kush.
I knew there was a closer, which I'm learning how to do, but that's a whole other story.
Oh,
I'm just
man.
Up. Our British intern is not liking that.
Frank, that is a bit problematic.
Problematic.
It is.
There it is. Yeah, no, so it was good to actually get up earlier, go out there in the backyard. It was an amazing view, and just like journal and you know, just kind of do some soul searching, meditate, headspace, put the AirPods on, put some music. A lot of writing, and it felt like after this trip was like a beginning of a healing process. You know, and it's cool like having the podcast because it's like I feel like we'll be able to look back and be like, oh, so this is how Frankie's like grieving process.
It's kind of like your diary.
This is my diary, but to the public. Like,
Welcome to my diary.
I'm Doug. Oh, Patty Mayonnaise.
Did I tell you guys about my Doug journal?
No, tell me
I
about
thought you
your
were
Doug.
making fun of me. Because of that.
Oh, no. I watched Doug. I thought Doug... Well, I watched Doug, but I worried for him.
Oh.
Because he was losing his hair at a hella young age. my man's hairline was like back here. He was like 12.
11, yeah.
I cannot unsee it now. Like, that's all I'm thinking.
And he dressed like an old man, too.
I think it's a pandemic that happens in the cartoon world. Look at Charlie Brown. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure if Bart Simpson has hair. He just got some weird lumps.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah, it's like head all the way up, and then
like as an illustrator, does that bother you that you're like, yo, I didn't finish?
Like, that was a choice.
As an illustrator, I'm like, I'm mad that I didn't think of that. Like, there's some things that look weird, but I'm like, yo,
it works.
That's really dope. Like, I think that's what. So some little tangent. So when like somebody designs a character, a lot of people might see it and they might be like, yeah, but when you think about what goes into it, like they have yellow skin and giant eyes, but whenever they do like the celebrities on their show, they always look like them. So that takes a special person to be able to like create those characters.
Well, like they do that like in South Park as well. They make the South Park
Family
version
Guy,
of the Family
like any
Guy.
like big like pop culture cartoon phenomenon. Whenever they have their style, but they can like have other people join in, like it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, you kind of do that for us, for the fam. Like you do the broken gumball machine illustration.
I'm still like trying to tweak it to get right there.
Just keep the cheeks rosies, and you got all the rappers.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, Doug. I had a Doug journal when I was like 12, and it had like some of Doug's quotes and pictures from like Doug and.
Oh, you had an
Roger.
actual physical journal.
Yeah.
That was like with the brand Doug.
Right.
So just in case for the listeners who are Zoomers, because
I've watched a little bit of Doug.
Okay.
I
No, he's
remember.
back.
They know he's back
on their DSP.
He's back on Disney and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's on Disney Plus. I believe.
Okay. Doug, Disney Plus. There you go.
If not, he should be. Yeah, so I had a journal and it had like pictures of Doug and then Quail Man and Pork Chop.
Quail Man was a vibe.
Quail Man was.
My man put his drawers outside,
and then just tied a belt around his head.
He was into that like belt choking thing way before. He was like, problematic.
I believe the proper term is autoerotic asphyxia. Yeah.
Yeah, no idea. That's where you lost me.
But yeah, I had a Doug journal.
Okay.
And it was like my favorite journal.
Yeah.
And then it had like, you know, Doug would have a quote and then it would have like, what have you thought about when you were on vacation last with your family? And you'd write your own things in there. So when you said the Doug thing, I was like, did I tell them this?
No, but that's actually like a good idea because at that young age, you were already practicing journaling.
He was sensitive from the young.
I was born sensitive.
He was born sensitive.
When the doctor spanked me, I cried.
Oh my god! The doctor spanked you.
Yeah, they spank you so you breathe.
Oh, like the back thing. Oh, okay.
You know, when they do you upside down, they do the bungee. They use a bungee cord.
Yeah,
I
remember that.
Like,
yeah.
They spank. right? That's not how they do it?
I don't know. It's not how we did it, Brazil. I don't know.
But it's the Puerto Rican thing. Papao.
Papao.
Para que se levante.
Mm-hmm.
Marz, did you ever journal?
No.
No,
I was never sensitive enough to journal. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say, you look like somebody who doesn't need to get their thoughts out.
Oh, no, I do.
At least not on paper.
I've been trying to. I mean, well, I mostly do for the pod now, but sometimes when I have like a thought, I'm like, maybe we can talk about this, and like I put it down. But
there you go.
I do a lot of like to-do lists and shit. More so because like I'm like all over the place, so I try to like hyper focus on like what I have to do just so I can be like actually productive.
Yeah.
Or else I'm like.
Now, are you a
crazy.
digital to-do list person, or do you actually write down?
I write it down.
Ooh.
Well, there's a lot of
way.
research behind writing it down physically.
Mm-hmm.
To lock the memory in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's like muscle memory and shit.
Yeah, the hand-eye thing of like you actually seeing it and then writing it. If you're typing something, it's mostly doing autocomplete anyway, so you're just like chicken, and then you write CH, so your brain isn't going to be like thinking like, because I'm a very like visual learner, so if I'm writing something, I almost have a photographic memory where I can recall it and I can view the list as I wrote it in my head.
Dude, I had a friend like that in middle school. I was so jealous of. He would just look at the professor, or not professor at the time, just teacher.
Did you go to Hogwarts?
No. Yeah. I went to Hogwarts. I was one of the 2 black kids that were there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No, he would just kind of look at the board, and it was like he took a picture, like, you know, a mental, and then didn't study, didn't go over it. When the test came on Friday, got like an A, maybe A-.
I'm not gonna lie, that was 100% me.
Oh,
That was my sister.
you too? Dang.
Yeah.
I envy you guys. I'm so
Smarties.
jealous of that. I think that's like an incredible superpower to be able to go, we're good.
I can do it if there's images associated.
Yeah.
Same.
Like I took an art history class in college, and we had to memorize from literally every era of time. Art, we had to memorize 40 slides a week. That we had to memorize the name of it, the country of origin, and the year that it was produced. So in my head, it's like the woman of Willendorf, Paleolithic, like, and then I would just have to like look at it and be like. But if it's like words, I'm just like,
no, words are hard. Words are hard.
Words are
The one thing we learned from this podcast.
Words are hard.
Additional.
Authenticity.
Oh, yes.
Authenticity.
I've been practicing a little bit.
Oh, good. It's better.
English is not good looking on me sometimes. You know? It's no good. He try real good. Anyways.
It's beautiful.
Real quick tangent.
See, words are hard.
Yeah, they are. But I've always thought, like, you know how, so I used to work at Aldi, heavily Hispanic.
You've worked everywhere, I feel like.
Yeah, I really have.
Like Whole Foods.
Yeah, all the grocery stores.
But it's all grocery stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at Aldi, so there's a heavily Hispanic population, especially like in certain areas like East Orlando.
Yeah.
And so one time I was working, and this Puerto Rican lady comes through, and she's like saying, she's doing the Spanglish thing, and I can understand just enough, so I'm telling her like where the rice is. And then this one like
Dude, why is that funny?
aisle 3.
The Puerto Rican lady is asking where's the rice. Joke's on you, she already knew.
By the way, the beans are on this aisle too.
No, they're in the same aisle. It's
You
like
already
the
know.
rice, and then like 10 feet down, it's like
It's East Orlando. We know. We're just gonna make it easy for you guys. Get in, get out.
So then afterwards, there's like this Karen.
Oh.
So she's like, and I can't believe she says this. She's like, such an ugly language, isn't it? And I was like, this bitch.
Whoa, she's talking about Spanish?
Spanish.
An ugly language?
Yeah.
You know how many girls? Let me stop.
Right. And so then I kind of,
Mm.
I just like gave her the stone face because
Her ex was Hispanic. That's what happened.
Oh, she was salty.
he would never
Yeah,
talk to
she's
her in that sexy
salty.
Latin voice.
Yeah.
But then I thought, like, if somebody speaks 2 languages, they kind like, even if they're not good at the other one,
Mhm.
they're farther along than you are.
Do you find that like that's like is that attractive? That it's like, oh, she speaks another language.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why is that attractive?
I think
But it
it's
is.
I think it's dope.
Yeah.
A higher
sure.
intelligence.
Or even so, like the willingness, like, because even let's say like somebody, English is not their first language, but they speak enough and they're trying.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they at least are making an effort.
Oh,
shows-
yeah.
Like they're learning more about your culture than you are about theirs. You can't really say shit.
There's a respect.
Like they have a
to
one
that.
up on you.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, I kind of doubt, like, I speak un poquito español. Like, I can understand it,
Mhm.
but like, I've been like studying sign language because
to get girls.
Oh my god.
Deaf ones. What? There's something wrong with
Tell me my signs.
Spell my name. Oh my god, you're so fast at it. Just make it
but
slow
well,
down,
actually,
Hugo.
One reason.
There's sign language, and then there's Frank Rose sign language.
One reason I wanted to learn is because when I was in school, I had a design class, and there was a deaf girl.
Yeah,
and she had a translator, and like I sat next to her one time, and she had like some questions, so the translators were talking, but I was also like picking up on what I was thinking like it'd be kind of dope to like go outside of whatever my comfort zone is and then meet somebody else where they are and then kind of like learn. And so like I learned a couple things, and her face like
probably so happy,
lit up. Her name was Daisy.
Oh,
and she was like really cool, and she was like telling me, so like that means like, are you deaf?
Oh, okay. It was like
and so like I was learning like a few things, and just the fact that like I learned these 5 phrases like meant the world to her. So then I started like watching YouTube videos, especially now we live in a time where we can learn anything. I was like,
it's like, where do you go to college? YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to YouTube University.
I went to Domestica. So yeah,
dude, that's dope. I mean, okay, so is it too soon?
It's never too soon.
It's never too soon. For example, there was this chick on my trip in Jamaica. Shout out to Hannah. She was like speaking patois, and she's like Indian from Atlanta, and then she's over here like speaking patois with the locals. And I was like, at first I was like, whoa, it's 2021, like you can't be like,
oh my god,
you know. But no, it was like, no, she can speak it. Like it's natural for her to like turn it on and off. And then when we flew from Jamaica, we connected to Miami, and the homies say connected from Miami to Atlanta. I was there from Miami to Orlando. So while we're in Miami and we're like going through custom, this chick speaking Spanish. Like, and it wasn't like fully patois or fully Spanish, but the fact that her brain can go from English to like, you know, patois to Spanish to what do they speak in India? I don't know if she speaks that too. Yeah. But that's like intelligence, and it's just like, yo,
Farsi.
What is it?
Oh, is it Farsi?
I don't know. It's too far to see. It's too far to see. It depends on the region. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, you know.
Which is another fascinating thing.
But I was just like, damn, that's dope.
Yeah. Language is an amazing thing when you think about it.
Yeah,
how many languages do you speak, Marcella?
Like only 3.
Only 3? Only 3. Only 3. She's on her only 3.
Yeah, I love like the study of linguistics because it like not only.
What are the 3 languages you know?
Spanish, Portuguese, and English. So it's a little bit cheating.
It's Portuguese and Spanish.
It's a little cheating.
But it's still a flex, though.
It's still a flex. Yeah. No one's got to know.
Some people barely know English. So like,
hey, I speak Spanish, but I don't speak Portuguese. And like,
you know, I've actually like realized that for some reason, people that speak Spanish have a harder time learning Portuguese, but it's not the true for the opposite.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I find that in my experience working at the Florida Mall.
But I do love the study of linguistics because, like, you realize how much, like, a language has to shape the culture itself, right? Like, so, for example, in Brazil, like, we have the word saudade, which is the feeling you get when you miss somebody. And it's, like, we're just such, like, a vivacious, like, loving people. We have, like, all these, like, other words that, like, don't translate in English. Like, you'd have to, like, add a bunch of words to come up with the word that we have just one for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it just says so much about your culture. I love it.
Yo, I realized how trash America is.
Oh, damn.
When so it was Hispanic Heritage Month at my job last year, and like we had this like socially distanced the health department. We had this like potluck, and so then, you know, I wrote on the board, like in the whiteboard, buen provecho. And so then we were saying like, in Spanish, it's buen provecho. In French, it's bon appetit. And then one of my Puerto Rican friends said, he's like, what do Americans say? And I thought about it. I was like,
just some good food.
Dig in. Like, dig in.
Yeah. Grace. They just say grace.
Let's eat. Grace. Like, it's nothing like classy, like buen provecho or like,
yeah,
bon appetit. Dig in.
But going back, isn't that such an ugly language? Bitch, you say grace. We say buen provecho.
Oh.
Speaking of buen provecho, what did we learn today, guys?
Oh, damn, already?
According to our producer.
Oh, wait, can I get the story up real quick about that man who said your car was going to sink?
Okay, all right. Producer, Ed, we have time? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
This has nothing to do with anything.
How is it already time?
I know.
That's what I said.
It was the old-fashioned.
It was the old-fashioned.
Okay, so if we go...
So me and Frankie went to Hawkers on, was it Thursday, Wednesday?
Oh, cute.
Yeah, we had a mandate.
It's a cute birthday.
We had a mandate where men come together and have dates.
Yeah, at Hawkers. So outside, we're just like, talking. And then Frankie's telling me about his lusty Jamaica trip or whatever.
Oh.
And so then like this dude walks by. And he's like the J. And so this dude walks by, he's like an older gentleman. He kind of looks like at me and Frankie while we're talking. And like, you know how Frankie knows everyone. And so I'm like,
I did not know this.
You ran into like 8 people that night. But like Frankie, the guy's kind of looking at us and I'm like, is this another, like maybe one of his old clients or something?
Very old client.
So he stops and he's like, man, that car over there, they must not be from Florida. I mean, why would you park on that? That's a sinkhole right there. It's just waiting to open.
Oh, no.
So guess who was the only car parked there? It was Frankie. And so Frankie's like, all right. He's like, I mean, I swear, that could be quicksand. You could lose your car. They must not be from Florida. So he walks away.
The whole time I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Who would park there?
Frankie's like, what?
What?
How embarrassing. It's like, Frankie and I start cracking up. 2 seconds later, I mean, seriously. He came back. They must not be from Florida. I mean, would you park your car over there? Whoever that is needs to move their car. They're not from Florida.
He just kept saying though they're not from Florida. I'm like, okay, man, we get it.
And I was thinking like, oh, this is going
They done. We got
it. It was a bad idea. I mean, I don't know. There was no other parking spot, and I wanted to sit down. I mean, man.
Should we end with our high thoughts?
Our high thoughts, yes. Do I have a high thought? I mean,
you always have a high thought.
I mean, I didn't write down any high thoughts. Not on Twitch. We don't have high thoughts. We have.
Well, we could be high on life, right?
Yeah, high on life thoughts.
We have high on life. This is the segment where we talk about the things that we're high off in life. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I probably have something.
Go ahead, speak.
Wait, I have to go through my.
Oh shoot! I gotta go through my thing.
I gotta go through my notes.
Wow! I thought this was a professional show. Look at these guys.
Oh, I found it. I found one. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Born ready.
All right. High on life thoughts.
High on life thoughts.
Okay. I said, is hate ever morally justified, or does it just perpetuate more hate? People have said that hate can fuel a man to achieve his goals and dreams. And while that is true, I believe love does too. Wanting reform because you hate the system or because you want to better the lives of those around you. Is one better than the other, and does one accomplish more than the other? That was my high on life thought.
Your high on life thought is
nice.
Very
I still don't have an answer for that, but that was my high on life thought.
You want me to go next and you close? Or?
Yeah, you go next. I'm still like, my breath is taken away.
So my high on life thought is that there is a perfectly balanced duality inside me between happiness and sadness, because how can I know what the other one is if I never experience the other? So whenever I'm happy, it's the sadness that lets me realize how happy I am, and vice versa.
True. Come on, Frankie.
Man.
Close it.
I got nothing
like I went to Jamaica. I'm good.
I went to Jamaica.
Here's my high on life thought. Here's my high on life thought, okay? Here we go. Learn how to properly
go on.
Compact your own tobacco. So that you don't have to ask the locals to teach you.
Although that's kind of beautiful too, though.
Oh, it is.
Oh, is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe. Please tell a friend. If you don't, I'll be sad.
Hey, what's my eye doing right now?
It's twitching.
Oh!
Your eye is twitching. Follow us on Twitch. Spread the word. We're gonna do more things like this. I don't know. Maybe I'll DJ. Maybe I'll go grocery shopping. That's interesting because that's something Becca used to do. So,
oh yeah, I have to teach Frankie how to grocery shop.
That's an episode. And we got to do the cooking thing. Our intern, Anheuser Kush, is going to teach me and how to like properly cook food.
You got the chef skills, Andy K? Oh, snap.
Oh, that man's got mad intelligence. I mean, that lady has mad intelligence. See, I'm learning. That's a whole other subject. No, episode. KeepingItRosy.com. And yeah, I'm Frank Rose, and I think we're done. We're out of here, guys. Blue, 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 blue.
Did you do that because of Polly over there?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. It helps us pay the bills. And remember, when life gives you lemons, always keep it rosy.